Hey guys, Rob Skiba here for another Seed update. This one will focus on the music of Seed, some of which you are hearing behind my voice right now. It's an original piece being composed for the project. I'm going to try to do little videos like this to document the development of Seed as we go along here. And with this one, I'm going to take you behind the scenes to hear the early conversations I had with the team in South Africa that we're assembling. And then after that, my friend and line producer for this project, Morné Tienison, will introduce us to the composer, who will share a few things about how he's making the music for our first Seed teaser, Paradise Lost. And before we get into that, let me just say thank you, a big, huge thank you to all of our supporters, those of you who have contributed to this project over the years, whether small or great. All of it has gone into the fund that is making this happen, and I can't thank you enough. It's really exciting to finally be moving forward. For those of you who may be interested in contributing as we continue doing this project, I'll give some information at the end of this video to show you how you may be able to do so and actually get a tax deduction if you're looking for one by the end of this year. So anyway, here we go. We'll start off with the conversation I had as we were assembling the team. A man named Johan van der Kolf was introduced to me by Morné, and he's the one that's really pulling the team together over there. And so the first person you hear is Johan, and then he will introduce the other members who are part of this conversation. All right, so here we go.
Rob, so you've had a brief name introduction there. Maura and I we worked on a project together recently, and this will be the first time I'm going to bring him on board on our productions. But the production that they came to finalize, and personally, I was really impressed by his work, and I've decided to bring him on board for this one because I feel the genre of film is in his wheelhouse, and we want to create something that's fitting to the hyper realistic imaging we are planning.
Okay.
And I think more bring that to the table for us. And Edward and I has been working on quite a few films together. He's a brilliant young composer, probably one of the best I've had the opportunity to work with, and that includes Hans Zimmer. So he's a young guy, but he's got a lot of talent, and I think he's going to bring what you need to the table here as well.
Oh, fantastic.
I want to hand over to you, Rob, and maybe you can just take us, like we did with the video guys,
Sure.
through your video.
Yeah, very good. Okay, let me do a screen share here. If you go to seedtheseries.com, I'll take you to this page right here. And then click on where it says click here to enter the new site. That brings you into the primary website. So if you're new to the project, if you just scroll down, there's a whole bunch of resources just right here, right away. There's like a 27-page general overview. You can actually read the first of a 3-part pilot script right here. Check out the audio drama we did in 2014. Check out some of the vlogs and the research behind it and stuff like that. But in terms of music, I'm doing an audio drama adaptation of the comic book in conjunction with what we're doing here on this animated project. So we're two things going on at once. So in the past, what I've done to get my audience engaged is I've had various competitions for artwork and different things, and this is how I found my comic book artists and all kinds of other stuff. So what I was saying to people that are going to do music for the audio drama would be the same thing I would say to you guys, and that is the type of music that I'm looking for. In film, of course, who doesn't love John Williams, right? But or Hans Zimmer. In TV, Blake Neely, in my mind, is the Hans Zimmer of TV. And in terms of the genre, the type of music that I'm looking for Seed, I think Arrow, the TV series Arrow, provides a very good example of the music that I'm looking for. So this is a playlist of season 1 for Arrow. And the tracks that I love the most, obviously, are the title track, 01, 04, Setting Up the Lair, 07, Vigilante Justice, and 18, Friends in Arms. If you just kind of listen to those, you'll know exactly what I'm looking for, because that's the type of music that I think is perfect for Seed.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm definitely keen to check the references. I know the soundtrack quite a bit. I did check the series and stuff, and I definitely love the type of direction that they went with. Especially kind of like including that bits of pieces of orchestra with kind of like synthesis and so on as well. But yeah, I really like that as a reference. I'll definitely check them out.
Yeah, what I was saying that what I particularly like about Hans Zimmer and Blake Neely is I'm a huge fan of like heavy percussion, strong driving strings, cello, violins, that Pirates of the Caribbean type of epic sound with the mood-setting horns. And Hans every now and then will throw in some electric guitar, where it's appropriate. But
yes, like a nice different texture and so on to it.
Yeah, and Blake Neely seems to have the same kind of mindset, at least when he's scoring TV shows that I like anyway. And so I thought that one page right there will really get you in my head, because like what Blake's doing with Arrow is almost exactly what I want to do with Seed.
Okay, awesome. I'm definitely keen to check that out and kind of go on a bit of a exploring journey to get into your mind.
That's a scary place to go. You might not want to go there. You may never get out. It's a deep rabbit hole. Yeah.
Awesome. Do you have any other references and so on to go for other? I'll listen to. I know Hans Zimmer's soundtracks and stuff. I listen to it quite a lot, and I love writing kind of like that big percussion style and very emotive strings, like especially that low ending string is beautiful, like cellos and so on. They really kind of present a strong emotive force to picture, which is awesome, and something I think that even this story could really need and could do well with.
Yeah, this first story that we're doing right here is actually the teaser for episode 1. The pilot is a 3-part pilot, so the first 3 episodes of the TV series will make up the full story of the pilot. And this is the teaser for episode 1 of the 3-part pilot. So, if that makes sense.
Yes.
This first one's very Lost-ish. So if you think about the pilot episode of Lost, this first episode that we're working on with this team here is very much that kind of vibe. Okay, and that's where I'll end this conversation. After that, we discussed sound design with Mornay Murray, and I'll do a separate video on that one later. So now let's jump on over to South Africa, where Mornay Tennyson will introduce us to Edward, our composer, and we'll check in on his progress a little over a week after that initial conversation.
Hi everyone, welcome to Cape Town, South Africa. My name is Mornay Tennyson. I am the line producer for Seed Paradise Lost. And the team and myself are very excited to be working on this project along with Rob Skiba. This is something that Rob and I have been chatting about for a couple of years and dreaming about, and now it's finally here, so it's so exciting. And I know you're excited because that's why you're probably watching the video. So what we're going to do is we're going to give you a bit of a behind-the-scenes look into the production of this film. So today we're starting with the music, and we're at Post City Studios where the music and the sound will be mixed. And it's going to be epic. So there's going to be a surround sound. And I don't want to give too much away now. But so we're going to talk to Edward, who's the composer. And I'm not sure, this is only week 2, so it's still early days. Not sure what he's got, but I'm sure it's going to be something spectacular. So let's go listen. This is Edward King. Edward is the composer for Seed Paradise Lost, working with Johan van der Kolff. And it's already, we're in week 2, so it's early days, but it's already sounding good. Just some of the stings that Edward has been playing here. Edward, maybe you can just say a little bit about what your process is and how you're going about composing the music for this film.
Well, we got the script to start off with, and it gave us quite a good idea of what the story will entail. Rob also briefed us on kind of how much action he wants, the direction, the brief, kind of like just direction of music that he wants to go. But for now we have this rough animatic that we're working with, and we you're going very orchestral with it, in a sense, and obviously mixed sound design and so on to kind of like just create this kind of war world that they're in. What intrigued me with this about the story a lot is the airplane warfare. The film starts off with them, in a plane. I'm not going to like spoil anything, but there's quite a bit of airplane warfare, which makes it interesting for the music because you get
it's like a dogfight,
exactly because you get this massive dynamic to play off of. Like you get this intense battle where the airplanes, like they're one-on-one, kind of like shooting each other, and then they break off, and then you get like this wave of tension, just like as each pilot is trying to find the other one within the kind of like the aerospace realm and stuff, and then you get like this massive punch again of like war and impact and so on. So it makes it quite a fun process for the music to dynamically grow.
Okay, you want some of this? Come and get it!
My process so far has been trying to see how can I kind of blend the orchestra and use the orchestra to really enhance like that side of the world. Also to give just pay homage to the location and to the environment they're in, but also to kind of use it more as a sound design kind of aspect to like intensify that airplane warfare and so on.
Yeah, so at this stage it's only the music that we're listening to here with Edward. Monet Marais is the sound designer, and he's busy working on all the sound effects. And then Johan van der Kolf will be doing the final mix and just blending and putting the surround sound mix in. And so when it comes together all at the end, it is going to sound epic. I mean, just even listening to these little pieces you've done now already, it's like, man, it makes me so excited about it.
Thank you.
And I can imagine adding the gunfire to that, the actors' voices. At the moment, we've got Rob doing the stand-in for all the voices. He did it, which is nice to work with. It gives us the timing, and it's already very exciting. And I mean, you can picture it in your head.
Yeah.
So even though we don't have the animation yet, we're just seeing the animatics. Having that sound already starts
exactly kind of
giving you the emotion of it,
and stuff. But I guess it's all a collaborative effort. Like we're kind of bouncing between the animation and the score and sound design to kind of like start each process at the beginning of the entire process, so that we can kind of bounce ideas off one another to get like the pace and timing right, and really to kind of just build that world of tension. We'll also be mixing in Dolby Atmos, which makes it a completely different world of sound and what we can actually do with the mix. So we're planning to really like go all out and really kind of like build the sound and music world to the full extent of what Atmos can actually handle.
Yeah, it's something else because the sound comes from everywhere. It's not just your normal surround.
And luckily here at Post City, Johan van der Kolf has made an epic facility, Dolby certified Atmos and so on. So it's quite a lovely environment to also play around in and to kind of take that and work it into the mix and so on. Whereas you usually have like the 5 channels, 5.1 or whatever, we can push up to 13.1 or 13.3, so we can really push this whole production sound-wise to kind
to
of
a
really
next
like
level kind of thing.
Exactly, and to enhance that visuals as best as we can.
Yeah. So you obviously you separate the channels, and the music comes from some channels. But I mean, also the thing is, even with the music, it can come from different directions.
Exactly.
So
that's also the direction we want to take. Is to, like I said, I want to kind of see how far I can enhance the kind of like motion of an airplane with score, and to kind of in the Atmos space to also see how I can place it and kind of move it around with the airplanes to kind of really create like something different out of a music point of view. I'm referring back to the mix. So.
Yeah, that's awesome.
But it's an exciting process so far. I'm just happy to be a part of it. Especially that's something that requires action, emotion, tension, a bit of like excitement on the edge as well. So it really kind of gives you the opportunity to make a very emotional, impactful soundtrack, but also something epic, something with a lot of dynamic, and it's definitely one of the most fun scores I've had the opportunity of working on so far. So it's
nice being able to push the envelope a bit and see how far you can get.
Exactly,
with it,
and Because usually they like, pull it back a bit. We want something just to like, distract. Whereas this, we can really kind of go
And Rob is saying we want it epic. So
yeah, we want it big. We want something
awesome.
that can really kind of like bring that world to life out of a music point of view, which is awesome.
As you can see, we're still very much in the early stages of development, but I'm gotta say I'm very happy with the level of quality both in the people involved that Johan has assembled and in the product they're producing. Seed is our effort to take all of my research over the past couple of decades and to put it into a mainstream television production that can literally reach millions of people. And this has only been made possible by our supporters over the years. And again, I can't thank you enough. You know who you are. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If you'd like to see this project continue beyond the teaser and you'd like to sow into Seed as well, you can do so by clicking the link in the description below. If you click on that link, it takes you to the main page of our website, and there you can scroll down and you'll see right away there are several options for you to check out. If you're unfamiliar with the project, you can click on the Seed development, read the general overview. If you'd like to read what happens after the teaser, you can click on the PDF here and read the first script in the series for free. And if you missed the audio drama we did back in 2014, you can click on there. You can click to get on our email list, check out our previous Seed updates and blogs to see our recent progress. And I mentioned research. If you want to know about our research, you can click on that link right there. That will take you to our Seed store, where you'll see right at the top here I've got our the first 4 scripts of the series put together in a book and several different versions of it, sort of a basic version, a special edition version, and a limited collector's edition version, numbered and signed by me. And of course we got other Seed merchandise you can check out there, and then you get to the section of the research behind Seed. If you want to know what Seed's about, well, here you go. It's pretty much anything I've written about, done conferences about, talked about on my YouTube channel and radio shows, and all of those resources are available here on our Seed website and various package deals that you could take advantage of if you so desire. Now, going back to the main page, keep scrolling down. There's a video, What is Seed? It's a video I did back in 2010 explaining the project, other parts of the project, the comic book, the fiction novels, the video games, of course the TV series, the goals, where we are in our fundraising, and finally get to where it says Be a Sower. This is how you can contribute to the project if you so desire. If you believe in what we're doing, then you can get behind us by clicking on any of these 4 links right here. If you want to pay by PayPal or credit card, you can click on option number 1. If you'd rather send a check or money order, you can click option 2. If you'd like to contribute with crypto, you can use option 3. And if you want a tax-deductible contribution you can write off, you can click on option number 4. Now, we are not a 501c3, but we are sort of underneath one as a subcontractor with Mountain Movers International. So if you click on that link, it takes you to the Mountain Movers PayPal account, and there you can make a contribution. Mountain Movers takes 8% and an admin fee, covers the credit card fees, as well as helps to support their ministry. So if you want to read more about what they do, you can go to mountainmovers.org, see what they're doing, and 8% of your contribution goes towards helping them, or about 5% after the credit cards get their cut, and then the rest they send to us at the end of the month. So if you're looking for a tax deduction for the end of the year and you believe in what we're trying to do here, you can use option number 4, or if you just want to contribute another way, use one of the other 3 options. Either way, we thank you, and stay tuned for the next Seed update coming soon.